CompuTec WMS users now have the option to take advantage of an alternative stock counting workflow. Until now, a stock counting document has been created by an SAP Business One user, and a list based on that document was displayed in CompuTec WMS. But now, you'll be able to create the stock counting document from CompuTec WMS, and the data will then be sent to SAP Business One. This is made possible by a CompuTec App Engine plugin, which runs background jobs that synchronise the stock counting data in SAP Business One and CompuTec WMS. It also supports inventory posting as well. To add a new stock count, we go to Stock Counting on the main menu, we click on the plus icon and enter a name for our stock count. Once you've done that, you'll see a list of all the open stock counts, and we choose our stock count from the list. We can either add items or storage units to our stock count using one of these icons here. We'll add some items first. You have to choose a warehouse on the next screen. Then we choose our item and then we add the quantity. You can also come back and change these quantities here later. There's support for batch managed items as well. After selecting a batch managed item, you'll get a list of all the batches of that item and you can choose one of them, or you can add a new one. And if you're adding a new one, we just enter the batch number here and then the quantity. There's support for items managed by serial number, so we just select it from the list of items and add the serial number. I've added these items manually, but we do have support for barcode scanners too. This icon here allows you to work with storage units. We have to enter or scan the SU code or SSCC here. That's if we want to use an existing one. Or we can add a new one using this arrow. We have to choose a warehouse and then we add items to our storage unit using the same procedure as before. We can also add a bin location to this storage unit. And we can also add sub-storage units to our storage units and then add items to the sub-storage units as well. When we're ready, we just click on the Save button, which will send this data to SAP Business One. And if we go to SAP Business One, we'll find an inventory counting document that includes the items that we just added. Initially, there will be the option to choose between the new and old versions of stock counting, but this is something that we may or may not change in the future. This is all achieved by using a CompuTec App Engine plugin to run 3 background jobs. The first background job is event-based and it sends the stock counting data to SAP Business One when the CompuTec WMS user saves it. The second background job sends stock counting data from CompuTec WMS to SAP Business One every 30 minutes. This is regardless of whether the user has saved it or not. And then the final background job is for updating storage unit data after inventory posting.